We have a usage in the Igbo language that says, Agbaguzo were mgba odechi. The probably not the aptest, but in some ways something similar to this in the English language is, if you want peace, you prepare for war. I took note of this fellow probably 12 to 13 years ago. I don't want to seem to be casting aspersions on innocent people because of one fellow that is malevolent. So I have to be very careful and choosy with my words. He is African American. I discovered that he made a career out of denying that the Igbo people came from Israel. He converted to Judaism. And even that 12 to 13 years ago, it was apparent to me why he's unhappy with Igbo history, why he's unhappy that the Igbo people came from Israel. He thinks that since the Igbos are these dirty Africans, these dirty black Africans, why would they be descendants of the Israelites? A status he obviously likes and had to attempt to become or to have by converting to Judaism. It's obvious that this is why he's unhappy. Over the years, I stopped seeing whatever he wrote because this is just what I explained, is just what he does. Everywhere he sees anybody mention that the Igbos came from Israel, he will rise up and begin to challenge it. So I unfollowed him or blocked him or whatever. Facebook took down my regular account and I'm trying to build a new one. So I began to see him again. And 15 years or 13 years after, this guy is still at the same thing. With all the publications available, with all the evidence, with everything the Igbos have gone through, a nefarious group came up some years ago with a DNA report, purportedly of the Igbos, that says that the Igbos were simply sub-Saharan Africans. I had to show my DNA report to the world. I started up from Uru of the Chaldeans. My DNA is Middle Eastern, and I'm 100% Igbo. And my family has not married a non-Igbo for over 1,000 years. So how come do I have Middle Eastern DNA? And this guy is still saying that he doesn't believe that the Igbos came from Israel. I'm a scholar of genocides. I know what he's doing. I'm a scholar of genocides. I'm a scholar of anti-Semitism. He's anti-Semitic and he's racist. And he's continuing the genocide against the Igbos. If you take away the Israelite identity of the Igbos, it's like telling the Igbo people, you are not Igbos. You want them to disappear. He's so consumed with hatred that he doesn't even know that's what he's doing. And I believe I had to let this guy know how I feel about what he's doing. And interestingly, the person he's following about now, fighting the Igbos, is one gentleman I have a lot of respect for. He's called Marvel Alves Henry. Then I told Henry, who has a lot of respect for me too, who said he believes that there is a connection between the Igbos and the Israelites. I'm talking of the biblical Israelites.
Actual milk, not the half and half.
I told him, thanks, I will explain something. Because this clown said he spoke to some Igbo priests and they disagreed with me. And I told him what I think of him and what I think of his priests. I told him I will explain something. I'm a priest of the Igbos. I come from a priestly family. I am a lawyer. I'm a law lecturer too. I was called to the Nigerian bar. And I have an MA and a PhD procured from the United States. And I have a track record of publishing. I have published over 20 books. My dissertation will change the world after it is published. Take it to the bank. Omenana is not just, that is Omenana, the religion of the Igbos. It's not just the religion of the Israelites. But what Moses called the religion of the Israelites was Omenana. Any person, Igbo or non-Igbo, any person who is Igbo or non-Igbo who doubts that the Igbos are lineal descendants of the Israelites, who doubts that when you see the Igbos, you have seen people that are directly connected to the Israelites, is either not informed and making allowances for the people that are not informed, people who don't have information, people who do not know that the Igbo language and the language we call Hebrew are still dialects of one language. There are people who are not aware of this information because this is not what you find in the universities. The universities are still to catch up. So we will have to make allowances for the people who are yet not informed, or people who are anti-Semitic and racist. I've come across them. They believe they are doing the Igbos a favor by acknowledging the truth. But to deny that the Igbos are Israelites is tantamount to denying that Moses was an Israelite. Then I asked this question: will this man ever have the courage to wade in and tell the Ashkenazi Jews what he wrote on my Facebook timeline? He said he doesn't believe that anybody is related to the Israelites, but he hid it on my timeline. He will never ever have the courage to write this on his own Facebook timeline and tag his Ashkenazi friends. He will not have the courage to do that. I feel really distressed seeing the disrespect. Can he mention the Igbo priest he talked to? He claimed he talked to Igbo priests. Can he mention their names? I'll tell you what he did. If he did anything, he talked to some people who are sick. He talked to some lunatics, and he's claiming he talked to Igbos. And he's done this for over 15 years. Why does he hate the Igbos? He's anti-Semitic and racist. That's why he hates the Igbos. He believes he can deny the heritage of Black Africans and get away with it. And I'm throwing down a challenge. Let him bring the Igbo or non-Igbo and let us debate this subject. Let us wager on $2,000. Whoever carries the day takes it away, takes the $4,000. Let me bring out $2,000. Let whoever he can produce bring $2,000. And if I don't prove beyond a doubt that the Igbos are lineal descendants of the Israelites, let me lose the $2,000. Bring whoever you want to bring. Agbagarozo Owere Mbodechi. Hapụ utu ọmara ọma na-ekeri.